Alisson Becker, 32, currently plays for England's Liverpool and is the starting goalkeeper for the Brazilian national team. Alisson seems like the kind of goalkeeper who never panics. While many keepers make flashy, acrobatic saves, he exudes calmness at all times, almost as if he already knows where the ball is going before the shot is even taken. Standing nearly 2 meters tall, with absurd reflexes and excellent distribution, he has become one of the most respected goalkeepers in world football. But what truly sets him apart is the sense of security he brings to the entire team. Beyond his big saves, Alisson is also known for his quality with his feet, operating almost as an extra center-back at various points in the game. And despite being incredibly laid back, he has already experienced historic moments, including a last-second headed goal for Liverpool. In the 2026 World Cup, he will likely be one of the most experienced players in the Seleção squad. Ederson, 31, currently plays for Turkey's Fenerbahce and is one of the goalkeepers for the Brazilian national team. He looks like a goalkeeper tailor-made for the modern game. Aside from his shot stopping, what stands out most about him is his absurd passing ability. Time and again, he can launch the ball from one end of the pitch to the other with the precision of a midfielder. This makes him much more than just a goalkeeper. With lightning-fast reflexes, a strong personality, and immense confidence, Ederson made a name for himself in European football precisely because he plays without fear, even under pressure. He is the type of keeper who prefers to keep his cool instead of just booting the ball away. And despite his calm demeanor, he has pulled off spectacular saves in crucial matches. For the Brazilian national team, Ederson offers a rare combination: security in goal and playmaking ability all at once. Basically, he plays with the hands of a keeper and the feet of a playmaker. Weverton, 37, currently plays for Brazil's Grêmio and is one of the goalkeepers for the Brazilian national team. Weverton is the kind of goalkeeper who exudes experience just through his style of play. While some keepers rely solely on reflexes, he truly stands out for his positioning and reading of the game. A lot of his saves look easy, precisely because he is almost always in the right place at the right time. With a calm demeanor and incredible consistency, Weverton has built his career as one of the most reliable goalkeepers in Brazilian football. He is also known for his command of the penalty area on aerial balls and his composure under pressure, both of which are essential in major tournaments. Even without a flashy style, it is exactly this safe, level-headed approach that makes him such an important piece of the national team squad. Because in a World Cup, experience can be just as valuable as raw talent. Wesley, 21, currently plays for Italy's Roma and serves as the right back for the Brazilian national team. Wesley plays as if he has a limitless engine, fast, aggressive, and highly attack-minded. He is the kind of fullback who constantly bombs forward, pressing, making overlapping runs, and creating constant danger down the flanks. What stands out most about his game is his sheer intensity. Despite his youth, Wesley plays without fear, going toe-to-toe with more experienced players with a maturity and confidence well beyond his years. In addition to his pace, he excels in physical duels and explosive power, traits that perfectly align with the demands of the modern game. And while he is best known for his driving forward runs, his defensive game has also come a long way over the last few years. In the Brazilian national team, Wesley represents the new generation, fast, daring players who seem to play at full throttle for the entire 90 minutes. Douglas Santos, 31, currently plays for Russia's Zenit and serves as a left back for the Brazilian national team. Douglas Santos is the type of fullback who plays with immense intelligence. Instead of relying solely on pace, he stands out for his positioning, precise passing, and composure on the ball. Even under pressure, he rarely looks rushed. Throughout his career, he has built a reputation as an incredibly well-rounded player, contributing just as much defensively as he does in building up attacking plays. And despite his more low-key style, it is precisely this consistency that makes him such a dependable player. He doesn't need to be flashy to control the game. On the Brazilian national team, Douglas Santos brings experience, calmness, and stability to a position that demands absolute balance during a World Cup. Alexandro, 34, currently plays for Brazil's Flamengo and serves as a left back for the Brazilian national team. Alexandro is the kind of player who exudes experience from the very first minute. Following a long career in European football, he became known as a dependable, physically strong, and tactically disciplined fullback. Unlike more explosive fullbacks, Alexandro relies on intelligence, knowing exactly when to join the attack and when to track back and protect the defense. His tight marking and big game experience have made him one of the most consistent Brazilian fullbacks of the last decade. And while he might not grab the headlines like more attacking players, Gabriel Magalhães, 27, currently plays for England's Arsenal and serves as a centre-back for the Brazilian national team. Gabriel Magalhães looks like the type of defender who was born for physical battles. Strong, aggressive in his tackling, and highly dominant in the air, he has established himself as one of the defensive pillars at Arsenal, going toe-to-toe with some of the world's best forwards in the Premier League. What stands out most about his game is his intensity. Gabriel plays every every challenge as if it were the last of the match, suffocating attackers and shutting down any space near the box. But beyond his physical strength, he has also come a long way with the ball at his feet, an essential trait in the modern game. And despite being a center-back, he has a knack for scoring crucial goals, capitalizing on crosses and set pieces. For the Brazilian national team, Gabriel Magalhães brings exactly what every defense needs in a World Cup: authority, reliability, and physical presence. Marquinhos, 31, currently plays for France's PSG and serves as a center-back for the Brazilian national team. Marquinhos is the type of defender who always seems to be one step ahead of strikers. While he might not be the tallest or most aggressive center-back in the world, he stands out for his intelligence, reading of the game, and uncanny calmness under pressure. Over his years in European football, he has become a benchmark for his ability to pocket world-class forwards without resorting to unnecessary fouls or desperate tackles. For the Brazilian national team, he acts essentially as the brain of the defense, reliable, experienced, and incredibly difficult to catch off guard. Danilo, 34, currently plays for Flamengo in Brazil and serves as a defender for the Brazilian national team, capable of playing as both a fullback and a center-back. Danilo is the kind of player managers love to have on the pitch. Experienced, intelligent, and highly versatile, he can slot into different positions without compromising defensive stability. Throughout his career in Europe, he became known for his strict tactical discipline, rarely getting caught out of position even against pacey attacks and skillful players. But what truly sets him apart is his leadership. Danilo is the type of player who talks constantly, organizes his teammates, and helps keep the team grounded during tough moments. And while he might not have the most flashy style, his experience at top clubs and in major competitions makes him a vital asset to any squad. For the Brazilian national team, he brings maturity, composure, and reliability to high-pressure matches. Bremer, 28, currently plays for Italy's Juventus and serves as a center-back for the Brazilian national team. Bremer plays like a defender built to shut down physical strikers. Strong, fast, and intensely competitive, he made a name for himself in Italian football by dominating individual battles against some of Europe's most dangerous center forwards. What stands out most about his game is his blend of raw strength and explosiveness. Even when facing quick players, Bremer keeps up without losing his aggressive edge in marking. Additionally, he is a major threat in aerial duels, both defensively and when attacking corners. And despite his hard-hitting style, he rarely looks out of control on the pitch. For the Brazilian national team, Bremer brings physical presence, pace, and that reassuring sense of a defender who is nearly impossible to beat in 1v1 situations. At 26 years old, Ibanez currently plays for Al Ahly Saudi FC and serves as a center-back for the Brazil national football team. Ibanez is the kind of defender who plays on the edge at all times. Fast, aggressive, and extremely intense defensively, he became known for giving attackers no space, applying heavy pressure on almost every play. What stands out most about his style is his energy. Even in fast-paced and physical matches, Ibanez always seems to be operating at full speed, fighting for every ball as if it were the decisive moment of the game. Beyond his strength in duels, he also stands out for his recovery speed, something extremely important in modern football. And despite his explosive style, he has improved a lot tactically in recent years, becoming more composed and disciplined on the pitch. For the Brazilian national team, Ibanez brings intensity, physical presence, and a defensive style that makes life difficult for any striker. Leo Pereira, 29 years old, currently plays for Clube de Regatas do Flamengo and serves as a center-back for the Brazil national football team. Leo Pereira is the kind of defender who combines physical strength with excellent ball-playing ability. Standing at nearly 6'6", he dominates in the air and usually has the upper hand in almost every aerial duel. But what truly sets Leo apart from many defenders is his composure on the ball. Even under pressure, he prefers to build out from the back with clean passes instead of simply clearing it away. Over the last few years, he has improved significantly on the defensive side and has become one of Flamengo's most important players, especially in big matches. Beyond his defensive work, he has also become an offensive threat on corners and set pieces, scoring crucial goals for the club. For Brazil, Leo Pereira brings physical presence, aerial security, and strong distribution from the back, helping the team play in a more organized and controlled way. Bruno Guimarães, 27 years old, currently plays for Newcastle United FC and serves as a midfielder for the Brazil national football team. Bruno Guimarães plays like the kind of midfielder who controls the tempo of the game. He can defend, press, organize the midfield, and still contribute in attack, all while maintaining high intensity throughout the full 90 minutes. What stands out most about his game is his intelligence. Bruno almost always knows where to be, when to speed up the play, and when to slow things down to give the team composure. Beyond his passing quality, he is also physically strong and never backs away from tough battles in midfield. Casemiro, 33 years old, currently plays for Manchester United and serves as a defensive midfielder for the Brazil national football team. Casemiro is the kind of player who turns the midfield into a battlefield. Strong, experienced, and extremely competitive, he became known as one of the best defensive midfielders in world football for many years. What stands out most about his game is his ability to break up opposition attacks before the danger even develops. Many times Casemiro seems to read the play a few seconds ahead of everyone else. But he's not just about defending. Besides winning tackles, he also shows up in crucial attacking moments, especially with aerial threats and long-range shots. And even while playing with high intensity, he rarely loses his leadership on the pitch. For the Brazilian national team, Casemiro works almost like the team's bodyguard, protecting the defense, organizing the midfield, and bringing experience to big matches. Danilo Santos, 24 years old, currently plays for Botafogo in Brazil and operates as a midfielder for the Brazilian national team. Danilo is the kind of modern defensive midfielder who can do almost everything in the middle of the pitch. He tackles hard, runs non-stop for the entire game, and still contributes to building attacking plays with great quality. What stands out the most about his style is his intensity. Even at a young age, Danilo plays with confidence and personality, pressing opponents aggressively and fighting for every ball as if it were the deciding moment of the match. Beyond his physical strength, he also shines because of his tactical intelligence, always knowing when to speed up the game and when to protect the defense. And despite playing in a more defensive role, he can still make an impact going forward, arriving late into the box and creating dangerous opportunities. For the Brazilian national team, Danilo represents energy, balance, and the type of player who helps the team in virtually every area of the field. Fabinho, 31, currently plays for Al Ittihad in Saudi Arabia and serves as a defensive midfielder for the Brazil national football team. Fabinho is the kind of player who does the hardest work without drawing too much attention to himself. Calm, intelligent, and extremely efficient, he became known for controlling the midfield through positioning and game awareness. While other players are desperately chasing the ball, Fabinho is often already in the right place before the play even develops. Besides his strong defensive ability, he also stands out for the quality of his passing and his composure when starting attacking moves. His quieter style makes many people underestimate his impact on the pitch, but coaches love players like him, organized, disciplined, and reliable. For Brazil, Fabinho brings balance, experience, and that silent sense of security that helps the team perform better as a unit. Lucas Paquetá, 27 years old, currently plays for Flamengo and serves as a midfielder for the Brazil national football team. Paquetá plays football like someone who is always trying to create something different. Creative, unpredictable, and highly technical, he's the kind of player who can turn an ordinary play into a dangerous opportunity with just one pass, one dribble, or one unexpected touch. What stands out most about his style is his personality. Paquetá plays with confidence all the time, constantly asking for the ball even under pressure and trying to control the team's attacking rhythm. Beyond his skill, he also stands out for his intensity off the ball, helping defensively and constantly pressing opponents. And despite his relaxed style, he is extremely competitive on the pitch. For the Brazilian national team, Lucas Paquetá brings creativity, improvisation, and the energy of a player capable of deciding a match in a single moment. Rafinha, 28, currently plays for FC Barcelona and plays as a winger for the Brazil national football team. Rafinha plays like he's constantly in overdrive, fast, skillful, and incredibly aggressive in attack. He's the kind of player who constantly takes on defenders, creating danger in almost every play. What stands out most about his style is his intensity. Even without the ball, Rafinha presses, runs, and stays involved in the game at all times, making it difficult for opponents to build out from the back. Beyond his speed and dribbling ability, he also has a powerful shot and delivers dangerous crosses, especially when cutting inside from the right wing. And despite his explosive personality on the pitch, he's also known for his dedication and commitment in big matches. For Brazil, Rafinha brings pace, attacking pressure, and that constant feeling that something dangerous could happen at any moment. Neymar, 34 years old, currently plays for Santos FC and plays as a forward for the Brazil national football team. Neymar is the kind of player who turns football into a spectacle. From a very young age, he became known for his quick dribbling, unbelievable creativity, and his ability to decide games in high-pressure moments. What stands out most about his style is his unpredictability. Defenders never know whether Neymar is about to deliver an impossible pass, take on defenders himself, or shoot from anywhere on the pitch. Beyond his technical skill, he also developed his vision of the game tremendously throughout his career, becoming a player capable of creating chances for practically the entire team. And even as one of the most famous footballers on the planet, Neymar has always carried enormous pressure for representing Brazil in major tournaments. For years, he became the face of the Brazilian national team, combining brilliant moments, crucial goals, and massive expectations from the fans. At the 2026 World Cup, Neymar will likely be one of the most experienced and most watched names in the squad. Because whether people like it or not, when Neymar is on the pitch, the game almost never goes unnoticed. Vinicius Jr., 25 years old, currently plays for Real Madrid and plays as a winger for the Brazil national football team. Vinicius Jr. plays like someone who's had the speed boost turned on for the entire game. Explosive, unpredictable, and incredibly skillful, he has become one of the most dangerous players in world football because of his ability to destroy defenses in one-on-one situations. What terrifies defenders the most is his acceleration. In just a few seconds, Vinicius can turn an ordinary play into a dangerous attack. Beyond his quick dribbling, he has also improved massively in his finishing and decision-making inside the box, becoming a decisive player in huge matches for Real Madrid. And even under constant pressure and and heavy marking, he rarely stops attempting bold, risky plays. For Brazil, Vinicius Jr. represents speed, attacking chaos, and that feeling that any moment could turn into an unbelievable goal. Luis Henrique, 24, currently plays for FC Zenit St. Petersburg and plays as a winger for the Brazil national football team. Luis Henrique plays like the kind of attacker who constantly looks for direct one-on-one battles. Physically strong, fast, and extremely skillful in isolation situations, he's the type of player who tries to break games open by taking defenders on fearlessly. What stands out most about his style is the combination of strength and technique. Even under pressure, Luis Henrique can shield the ball, dribble in tight spaces, and burst down the wings with quick acceleration. Beyond his dribbling ability, he also has a powerful shot and often creates danger by cutting inside toward goal. And despite his attacking mindset, he contributes a lot defensively as well, especially with pressing and tracking back, something highly valued in modern football. For Brazil, Luis Henrique brings explosiveness, intensity, and the kind of energy that can completely change the pace of a match within seconds. Matheus Cunha, 27 years old, currently plays for Manchester United and serves as a forward for the Brazil national football team. Matheus Cunha plays like the kind of striker who never stands still. Fast, technical, and constantly on the move, he's the type of player who seems to appear in multiple areas of the pitch at the same time, constantly confusing opposing defenders. What stands out most about his style is his versatility. Cunha can play as a center forward, second striker, or even out wide, always staying heavily involved in building attacking plays. Besides his speed and dribbling ability, he also has a strong finish and often creates dangerous spaces through intelligent movement. And even as an attacker, he contributes a lot defensively, pressing relentlessly and constantly disrupting the opponent's build-up play. For the Brazilian national team, Matheus Cunha brings mobility, intensity, and the kind of energy that can completely unsettle any defense with unpredictable movement. Gabriel Martinelli, 24 years old, currently plays for Arsenal and operates as a winger for the Brazil national football team. Martinelli plays like he's always in a hurry to get to goal. Extremely fast, aggressive, and full of energy, he's the kind of attacker who constantly presses defenders and turns any open space into a dangerous run. What stands out most about his style is his intensity. Even in the final minutes of a match, Martinelli keeps running, pressing, and attacking as if the game had just kicked off. Along with his incredible speed, he also shines with his quick cuts, powerful finishing, and fearless ability to take defenders on in one-on-one situations. And despite his young age, he has already gained experience in massive matches for Arsenal against some of the best teams in Europe. For Brazil, Gabriel Martinelli brings explosiveness, attacking pressure, and that feeling of a forward who can change the pace of a game in seconds. Igor Thiago, 24 years old, currently plays for Brentford FC in England and plays as a striker for the Brazil national football team. Igor Thiago plays like the kind of forward who constantly gives defenders a hard time. Physically strong, aggressive when pressing, and extremely intense inside the box, he's the type of striker who fights for every ball as if it were the deciding play of the match. What stands out most about his style is the combination of strength and movement. Even as a physical presence up front, Igor can still accelerate, attack open spaces, and stay heavily involved in attacking plays. On top of that, he shines in aerial duels and with his ability to finish quickly inside the box, something essential for a true number 9. And despite being young, he has already shown a lot of personality in European football, facing experienced defenders without being intimidated. For the Brazilian national team, Igor Thiago brings strength, intensity, and that classic striker presence that is always ready to make the difference inside the box. Endrick, 19 years old, currently plays for Olympique Lyonnais in France and plays as a forward for the Brazil national football team. Endrick plays like someone who feels no fear under pressure. Even at such a young age, he already stands out because of his strong personality, explosive athleticism, and ability to make decisive plays within seconds. What impresses the most about his style is his intensity. Endrick approaches every play at full speed, constantly pressing defenders, fighting for space, and attacking the goal non-stop. On top of his physical power, he also has quick dribbling skills, a powerful shot, and excellent close control ability, something rare for such a young striker. And despite his age, he has already become one of the most closely watched names in Brazilian football because of the feeling that he could become a global superstar in the coming years. For the Brazilian national team, Endrick represents the new generation, talent, explosiveness, and the kind of energy from a player who already looks ready for the biggest moments before even turning 20. Rayan, 19 years old, currently plays for AFC Bournemouth in England and plays as a forward for the Brazil national football team. Rayan plays like the kind of attacker who always looks ready to take defenders on one-on-one. Extremely quick, skillful, and full of confidence, he's the type of player who loves running directly at defenders, using his pace and tight dribbling to create danger. What stands out most about his style is his fearlessness. Even at a young age, Rayan never hides from the game and constantly attempts difficult plays without being afraid to make mistakes. Along with his explosive athleticism, he also has strong finishing ability and intelligent movement around the box, allowing him to find dangerous spaces very quickly. And because he's still at the beginning of his career, many people see him as a player with huge potential to develop develop over the next few years. For Brazil, Ryan represents youth, boldness, and that unpredictable energy capable of changing a match in just a few moments.